had a pretty chill Sunday yesterday. We went and had a little brunch, Caitlin and I did, and went back to the house. And we have this place that we send our dogs for a couple hours a few times a week so they can just go play with other dogs. It's right near our house. But apparently there's like rubella or something that's all over. It's a dog disease. And we had 2 different vet friends go, don't send your dogs to a place right now because it's like going around. I don't know. It's like the COVID of dogs. I don't know what it is.
Weird.
Yeah.
But a lot of dogs were getting it, at least where we are. And so we just hung out with the dogs. And we tried to watch the David Letterman, My Next Guest Needs No Introduction, which is an interview show. And I was going to watch the Kevin Durant episode. And Kevin Durant plays for the Nets now, but he played for the Thunder and he played for the Warriors. And so we're watching it. And I love David Letterman. It's my hero, like when it comes to what I do for a living. Would love to meet him. Never met him. I'm watching. I'm laughing. I'm like, ha, ha, ha. And like Caitlin's starting to get like irritated. And she's like yelling things at the screen. She's like, why'd you choke game 7? And she hates Kevin Durant from playing with the Thunder when he left.
Oh.
And so we had to stop it halfway through because she just could not stop heckling the screen because she's like, why did you leave? And so I was like, I'm going to go and put this on hold and be able to enjoy this myself. But she's still got some anger issues with Kevin Durant, who left Oklahoma City, to go and chase a couple titles. So
Can you relate to that? Like, do you hold on to any
No.
sports grudges?
no, I'm an adult,
You're mature.
Yeah, I'm
Why
very,
would I
very
ever
mature.
think that?
No. It's so funny. She's still so angry about Kevin Durant leaving the Oklahoma City Thunder. So I'm only halfway through, but it's such a good show. And I'm a big David Letterman guy, obviously. That's what we did. We finished on. We started watching the finale of Only Murders in the Building. And we're watching it, and it's getting near the end, and they still had it. We're like, oh, if it's somebody, we're gonna be so disappointed if it was something that was like we didn't have a chance to guess who the killer was. And it's like 10 minutes left in the final episode, and they still hadn't even got close. And I'm like, were they gonna cram this in like the last minute? 4 minutes left in the final episode. They still haven't revealed who the killer was. We're getting near the end, and I'm like, I don't know what's about to happen. What are they gonna do? Go next season? We'll tell you who the killer is. The episode ends, and I'm like, oh, there's still 2 more episodes.
Oh, that's
So you know how you watch a final episode and you're dialed in, like you're not on your phone. You have to sit up straight and be focused because you put all. And so it was my fault because I was like, all right, finale time. I'd only seen it go up to 8, but apparently there's up to 10 or 11. And so we've never watched a 2 or 3 episode from the finale episode as hardcore as we watched that one. We're watching every little thing. I knew it was him. I told you. And then it wasn't even the finale. So it reminds me of the time that I watched the show on Amazon, The Marvelous Miss Maisel, because everybody's like, that show is so funny. So I go and I'm like, let's go. All these people that I know that like similar things can't be that wrong. Boom, turn it on. Marvelous Miss Maisel. I'm watching it and I'm like, well, I don't get it. Like, what am I missing here? Like, I know she does comedy and she was, doing some armed forces stuff and she's on stage entertaining the troops. And I watched 2.5 episodes. I'm like, maybe I am not at a place where I'm understanding, like, maybe I'm not smart enough. And so I come in and I'm like, hey, did you get? Turns out that was like the first 2 episodes of season 3 when I started.
Yeah.
That.
It wasn't even season 1. So that's why I didn't understand what was happening. So it was a similar situation.
Didn't you do that with like Saving Private Ryan too?
Well,
No, the
on
movie
purpose.
theater, it went in and they started airing the final scene first. That wasn't my fault.
Okay.
Yeah.
They showed the ending first in the movie theater.
You're like, huh?
And so we're watching it. I'm like, if the beginning is this sad and emotional, how am I even going to get through this? And then the movie was over. I knew something was up when they started rolling the credits about 20 minutes into the movie.
You're like,
I'm like,
interesting.
well,
Never seen this before.
it's an interesting method here. And they were like, hey guys, sorry, we showed you the end first.
Got it.
What do you mean? What does that mean? Somebody was watching the rest of it and they were like, uh-oh, the people are coming in. Just hit play. All right, let's do the news.
Bobby's Big
Stories.
Mariah Carey's Atlanta home was burglarized while she was on vacation. So what happened is that she was posting photos from her vacation, which isn't that big of a deal if you have somebody watching your house.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that Mariah Carey wouldn't have someone or some people watching her house. Page 6 has exclusively learned that in July, Mariah was vacationing in both Capri, Italy, and in a $20 million mansion in the Hamptons. And while she was in those 2 places, her Atlanta home was burglarized. Police have confirmed the break-in, but say this is an open investigation. And they say, if you're somewhere and you're posting pictures of it, people are going to know where you're not. And that was her house. And that is page 6. because of our dogs, we always have somebody staying at our house. Actually, we have people staying in every room with guns. In
Yeah.
case anybody's
Yeah,
out there.
every room.
Somebody's got it. And they're all loaded immediately. So, but yes. And there are times that we go and we don't post that we're somewhere, but we always have somebody at the house, only for the dogs. Because Stanley will get sick. If he goes anywhere for more than like 2 days, he just gets sick. I think he starts freaking out. And so we know that if we're away for over 2 days, Stanley's gone, we got to come back to a vet bill and a sick bulldog. We don't like either one of those, so we just pay a friend, or like Abby will stay at the house. By the way, Abby always has a shotgun ready. Too,
Yeah.
when she's there.
She's ready.
Loaded and pointed. Yes. In the news, in Utah, no child support means no hunting and no fishing. Utah seeing a surge in child support payments over the past year. A change that state officials credit in part to a new state law that withholds hunting and fishing licenses
Nice.
to people that fall behind on payments.
Good idea.
Smart.
But here's what I'm surprised at. If you're going to break the law and not pay child support, why not break the law and just go fish?
Yeah, they probably do anyway.
Yeah,
Fish without a license?
I mean, the other one's a lot bigger than this one.
I agree.
But yes, it's good to see that that is affecting some change. I like that. That is from News Nation Now. Also in the news, a Spirit Airlines employee is suspended after fighting a woman in a viral video. Now, I watched this video. I didn't know I was going to read it on the news. And this is what I saw. We have a clip, though, right? And I'll play it in a second. This woman is all up on this dude. And the dude is the worker. This woman's all up on him. And then she touches him. And, he's like, don't. And she hits him.
Oh.
And then it's on. And I watched, and I was like, yeah. I get it. And I think they've suspended him. But I want to play the clip. Where does this clip start, Ray?
Just them talking back and forth, and then the hit happens at the end.
When she hits him, he runs over her. Some dude hops in. He is like a defensive lineman going into an offensive guard that wasn't ready for that challenge. Here you go.
You haven't lost your mind. Don't touch me ever in your life. You touch me first, and then you got in my face. Don't ever invade my personal space. Get out of my face!
So she hits him. She hits him. He never touched her. He was angry. He was in her face after she'd already got to him. But she hits him. He loses it. And I felt that.
And so he's just suspended for investigation, maybe just
she
further
pushes,
into
yeah.
it. But
Do you see?
Watch
Like the
him.
first was a push, and then
Yep.
wait till she hits him in the face, and you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I get it," because I had to probably react.
Oh, here it comes.
Let's just walk in.
I love this. The guy's getting a good camera angle. He's going up.
Oh, the guy on the
guy's
phone's trying
Yeah,
to win
he's
a
getting really
Peabody.
close. She keeps pushing him and pushing him. And are we ever gonna get to the hit? Come on.
When the hit happens, you're gonna yell.
Well,
because you're
she
gonna go, "I
keeps
can't
pushing-
believe
oh, there we
you
go.
did that."
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh! And he takes him down.
Yeah.
There's the tackle.
There's the tackle. Oh!
and a punch.
Oh, then a punch.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it gets ugly.
He doesn't stop.
It gets ugly.
No.
Yeah, it gets ugly. So anyway, that's up.
Woo!
That's up. You can watch it. We'll put it on our Facebook page. Listen, our Facebook page is
Oh, he's
actually
still going.
nicer than this scene. So this will be a little add of positivity to our Facebook page. That's from Fox News. Lego toys today are more violent than when we were kids. Over the past 15 years, Legos included more and more weapons and violent images. It's gotten to the point that some of the weapons are now included in a large majority of all Lego toys. Knives, swords, guns, cannons, vehicles with military-style artillery are all attached to them. What do you think, Eddie? You got 4 boys. Have
Yeah.
you noticed this?
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of weapons. Cannons, like you said. Some of them are really cool where you hit a little button and a piece of Lego shoots out. We didn't have those as a kid. I mean, they're not dangerous weapons, guys. They're little
They're
tiny
not
swords.
saying dangerous weapons. They're saying it's the weapon, it's the imagery of it, it's the idea that guns, swords, cannons are normal. They're normalizing weapons.
I think it's because it's no longer just a little Lego man. I mean, you're doing Ninja Turtle Legos, you're doing Ninjago Legos, and superhero Legos, and all those guys have weapons. So I think it's just kind of the nature of what's happening in movies, too.
It's the nature of America.
You're right? I mean, not just Legos, but yeah.
That's from BBC. A Delaware man wins second lottery jackpot in 5 weeks.
Oh my.
Dwayne Ketterman won a $30,000 racetrack's grand prize this past weekend after getting a ticket at the little store there. Works as a power line technician. So he had won just recently, right before that, a grand prize of almost $20,000 playing another game with the little ticket he bought there. Twice in 5 weeks.
5 weeks. Why? Why does he deserve 2 wins?
Well, what's crazy is Scuba's won more in the lottery than you have, and he's played about one millionth
I know.
of the times.
I don't understand that either. That's weird.
An Ohio girl's lemonade stand near a food festival is shut down after a complaint. Okay, we need to find out who complained.
I know, this is ridiculous.
An 8-year-old girl selling lemonade near an Ohio food festival had her operation shut down by police after they received a complaint. She was selling lemonade in an alley outside the business where her father works, and a police officer had to go and tell her to, hey, got to shut it down.
The worst.
She said they were really sad. They had to tell her to shut down, but that someone had complained. The officer gave her $20. It was like, here's for some lemonade. So they don't know who complained, but that is a tattletale.
I mean, obviously someone from the food festival because she's infringing on their business.
How much?
What, so
Like,
yeah, it's a lemonade stand.
Come on.
Would you do that?
I'm just saying, if I paid to have a booth at a food festival, maybe I'm selling lemonade, and then
She wasn't even in the festival, and it was a cup of lemonade.
I'm just saying, if she wants to be a part of it, pay the fee.
She's 8. Finally, an escaped kangaroo continues to elude authorities. The update from last week, authorities haven't gotten a jump on a pair of fugitives on the loose, which, by the way, kangaroos in Ohio. They can't. Fox 8 Cleveland has this. A specialist team's arriving today to try to catch the elusive kangaroos.
Doesn't sound real.
I whoop a kangaroo's butt.
Here we go.
I
Oh, boy.
tell you
Here
right
we go.
now, people are like, you can't beat up a kangaroo, and they send me always the biggest, strongest kangaroos. Like they're sending me that kangaroo.
Yeah, like
it's got like pecs.
Yeah, they're huge.
And I'm like, okay, but you're sending me the biggest and the baddest. Like I'm just like, I go into Australia and I'm like, first kangaroo I see.
Okay.
Let's roll the dice.
So if the baby hops
Well,
up
it
to
could be a
you-
baby or it could be Peckalicious kangaroo. You never know, but I'm playing the odds. I can whoop a random kangaroo because I got the old thinking man's weapon. I got the old noodle. I got the old brain. So I go jab, jab, cross, and then I think of some situation that the kangaroo can't figure out, the Pythagorean theorem, and then I run around the tree. What do you think about that?
You know they stand on their tail and then kick you?
Let's go. I'll whoop kangaroo's
all
butt.
right.
You heard it here first. Okay, that's it. That's the news. Thank you.
Those were Bobby's Big
Stories.
A couple things that we're going to do coming up. I will play for you Raymundo trying to rap Vacation 1 and Vacation 2 at my shows this weekend.
Oh, I was there.
He came out with Eric Dodd, the opener, and he performed Vacation 1 and Vacation 2. And so, how do you think you did, Ray, before we play it?
In my head, I did good.
Yeah. You had energy for sure.
Yeah!
Definitely had energy. We'll do that, and we'll grab your calls, 877-77-BOBBY. on the phone. Kelly in South Carolina. Kelly, appreciate you calling. What's going on?
Good morning. So when I was 10, I'm 29 now, but when I was 10, I was in Pittsburgh for some baseball all-star event, and I was able to meet Alex Rodriguez, and I was so excited and had a baseball I wanted him to sign, and he refused to sign the baseball, and I was devastated and cannot let go of that grudge.
I felt that. I
That
would
is
be too.
the only grudge I hold on to.
Yeah.
Is A-Rod.
Could he have signed it no problem?
Yes. Yeah, I had a Sharpie and the baseball readily available, and he just would not do it, and I was devastated.
Classic A-Rod.
And I'm a Red Sox fan, so now that's just even more fitting.
Well, I appreciate you sharing that. I understand a sports grudge. If anyone out there is listening to this and you have some sort of grudge you're holding against an athlete, like a personal one, a celebrity, share it with us. I know Lunchbox has one with Scottie Pippen, the basketball player.
Scottie Pippen. It was right when Jordan retired, and I was in downtown Chicago at the mall. Scottie Pippen is walking through the mall, and he has a Bulls hat on, so I run into a store, and I buy the exact same hat. And I walk up to him, and I go, Mr. Pippen, can I get your autograph? And no one is bothering the guy. And he just goes, no, and just kept on walking.
That's cold.
Yeah.
I mean, just looked down at me and goes, nope.
COLD, cold.
It was when he had his little, oh, man. And then I tried to return the hat to the store, and they wouldn't take it back.
They said nope. That's cold. I would understand now if you're like, Scottie Pippen, can I get a picture? And there are a lot of other people.
Right.
Because that opens the door for other people to come up. And I would understand that situation now. Now, if you're by yourself and you're Scottie Pippen,
Yes.
like, hey, it's different. He takes a picture. Sign the hat. Oh, that's
He was literally with a friend, some guy, and there was no one bothering him, just walking in the mall.
That's cold.
Oh.
If you have one, hit us up. 877-77-BOBBY. That's our number. We'd love to talk to you. All right. Over the weekend, on Friday and Saturday night, I did 2 shows, my comedically inspirational shows. It's a comedy show. It's an inspirational show. We go out. You have a good time. Hopefully, you leave with a little extra spark that you didn't have beforehand. So on Friday night, my opener was Eric Dodd, who has Vacation Part 1 and now Vacation Part 2. And Raymundo was going to come up and perform live. So, Ray, I have your rap parts.
Yep.
Could you play the recorded version of Vacation Part 1?
Yeah, here you go.
Are you down for a vacation? It's baby on my favorite destination. Little you and me play, call in a couple days. Little Nas X, it's a Billy Ray Ray.
Hey.
Vacation.
Here's Ray.
Don't get that FOMO from Instagram. Imagine these noodles are a catamaran and just flow. Go with the flow. They call me Bobby Bones and Raymundo.
Okay, so that's the one they recorded, and that took Ray a long time, he said. Many takes. Many takes. This time, on stage, in the theater, he had 1 shot added. Have you listened back to this?
I heard a part of it, and I think I turned it right off.
Okay, we like that. Okay. Here is the live version of Ray doing that. Go ahead.
Vacation. Come on, Susan.
That FOMO from Instagram. Imagine these noodles are a catamaran and just flow. Go with the flow. They call me Bobby Bones and Raymundo.
Hey, come on, man.
That's awesome.
You nailed that. That was perfect.
I missed the first word, though.
No,
No, you didn't.
Not really.
We didn't know.
And the crowd was yelling. Would you mind playing that again just a little bit?
And the crowd was throwing me off.
What, because they loved you? Does love
loud.
scare you? Yeah, they're loud because they loved you. Hit it again.
Vacation. Come on, Susan.
That FOMO from Instagram. Imagine these noodles are a catamaran and just flow. Go with the flow. They call me Bobby Bones and Raymundo.
Dude, that's awesome. And you didn't miss the first word. It just sounds like you were off mic a little bit.
Yeah,
And you even
maybe.
say it. Okay. Boom. A+. Give that
awesome.
one an A+.
Yeah,
Great
great.
job. So then they did Vacation Part 2, which is a little slower. But if you don't mind playing that one, Ray.
Yep.
Hey, your hubby in here. You're so Gucci, you sizzle. Like fireworks shooting right out of Charlie Daniels' old fiddle. Like sunny side up, hickory bacon on my griddle. You're so fire, yeah, such a dime. Make a Broadway boy wanna whistle.
Feeling just right.
So that one's a little slower. That one is a little longer,
Yeah.
a little harder.
Oh, there's like 4 lines for sure.
Yeah, so this is Ray live at the show performing that one.
That's how we saw some summer. Hey, babe.
Two pieces in here, you're so Gucci, you sis like fireworks shooting right out of Charlie Daniels' old fiddle. Like hurricane bait, aren't you baking on my meat? Grit, grit, grit. Orders up. You're so fire, yeah, such a dime. Make a Broadway boy want to whistle.
The feeling just right so high.
Okay. You know, he had to catch you a little bit. Get you back on track.
I mean, it's two different things, a beat and then memorizing lyrics. I had the lyrics, but once you do the beat, it totally threw me off.
I still think that's pretty good, considering the only time you ever perform live was when I'm like, Ray, get on the stage, or when someone's like, Ray, get on the stage for a quick hitter, you know?
Yeah, and I didn't know how loud it was out there, if the speakers we hear are the same that the fans hear, so I just didn't know how loud I was.
Yeah, it's great.
All right.
I give that a B.
All right.
So I like the part two because you did what we've talked to Abby about. Even though you forgot the word, you just went, and just make up sounds.
Yeah, I might have rolled with the advice from the show and just kept talking.
Will you play that one more time?
Yeah, here you go.
That's how we saw some summer. Hey, babe.
Two pieces in here, you're so Gucci, you sis like fireworks shooting right out of Charlie Daniels' old fiddle. Like hurricane bait, aren't you baking on my meat? Grit, grit, grit. Orders up. You're so fire, yeah, such a dime. Make a Broadway boy want to whistle.
The feeling
That's
just
good. I did like when you went, Hurricane Kate. Nowhere in the song. That's good, though. I'm proud of you, man. That was good.
Thank you.
That's tough to do, and you did a really good job. So Raymundo came out and crushed it. It was awesome. Did you have fun at the show, Ray?
Dude, I had a blast, and Dodd's wife was about to pop, so it was just a special experience right before they're about to have a kid.
Yeah, it was. And Ray gave him a little onesie
yeah.
on stage. Ray stopped the whole show to do the whole presentation. So good job, man.
Yep, thank you.
Really good. Let's play Chris Young and Mitchell Tenpenny at the end of a bar. This is the Bobby Bones Show.